Oh, hey, what's going on? My name is Larry Ragland, and welcome to the first of what we hope is a continuous series of the DailyJoyStick podcast video poll question, brought to you by Choker Films. E3 is just around the corner, and we're about 2 weeks to it, as a matter of fact. And for any gamer worth their salt, if you're controller enabled or you get down with your PC keyboard, we all know that this is basically the Olympics for us, right? It's put up or show up time. Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, and the various other third-party developers are all going to be there showcasing their wares. Now, this is the first of our DailyJoyStick video poll questions where I, your humble correspondent, will be sitting down asking you guys, the community, certain questions about gaming, gaming rumors, anything game related, and then you can go directly to DailyJoyStick.com and enter your answer in the polling section located on the bottom right hand side. Now here's the thing. Every year you hear about who won E3. My real question is, how do you technically win at E3? I mean, there really isn't a prize given out. Rather, the real question is, who got you more excited? Who came, who put on the table, and who basically sat down? Last year wasn't a great year for Nintendo, as we all know. They showed a few things, but nothing to get the Nintendo faithful really excited. While Sony really came in with the 1-2 punch, knocking a few cats out along the way. And we've seen the fruits of their labors. I mean, God of War 3, Uncharted 2, it goes on and on and on. Microsoft put up a good show, but it was a relatively calm time of year. Now, I've been gaming for over 20-something years, and I'm here to tell you that this is probably the most electrifying E3 coming up that I've seen in a very long time. Not since the Sega Nintendo days back in the 80s and early 90s. You know, Genesis does. You know what I'm talking about. But we're coming back to those days. Sony's got the PS3 Move, the whole, you know, sex toy motion controller thing I'm not really into. Microsoft has Natal, all they've shown is Ricochet. And who knows what Nintendo's going to bring to the table. Maybe that new 3D DSi thing they have going. So my question is this, and I'm posing this to you, the readers. What do you think is going to be the showstopper at E3? Who do you think is going to garner the most, shall we say, commotion, if you will? We all know that all three have hour-long press conferences. We all know that Sony's starting to catch up to Microsoft in worldwide sales, and Nintendo needs to keep their advantage. But it's all coming to a head, and there's a lot of energy this year. So far, we know about Killzone 3 being in 3D, with like the maps are like 10 times bigger than they were, new AI, etc., etc. We have Bungie's final outing with Halo Reach, and let's not forget Gears of War 3. We've got Nintendo going to show off whatever they're going to show off, especially that new 3D handheld I was talking about. But the key is the unknown titles, those things that we haven't heard about yet. Hopefully a lot of new intellectual property. I mean, yeah, it's cool to have Call of Duty, you know, 21 and Halo 8 or whatever, just as long as the quality is good, right? But let's face it, we all want to see new IPs. We all want to be transmitted to different worlds and be shown different concepts. So what do you, the readers, think? My fellow gamers, the time is now to speak up. Let's let these people know what we want to see. I mean, they can't just keep coming up there with the same old booth babes and nonsense that they usually do, right? Last year was a good E3. It was a return to proper form after taking a break for a while. But this year is going to be really important. The stakes are high. There's a lot of money to be made. And I, for one, I want to see what these people have to put on the table. I'm Larry Ragland with DailyJoyStick.com, and special thanks to Choker Films, maker of freelance films and other video and multimedia productions. Now, if you excuse me, I'm going to get back to my game. I'll see you guys online. Oh, get it. That dude's throwing his controller right now.